Hello everybody, today is going to be another Will I Buy It video. These videos go up on my channel every single Sunday, and in these videos I basically talk to you guys about the newest makeup releases and whether or not I want them and why. This video is usually supposed to go up on Sunday. However, I'm filming this right now on Sunday because I wasn't able to film it yesterday. So if it's a little bit late, that's why. But if it's not late, then I sweat it a lot. But anyway, this video is actually inspired by Samantha March. She does videos like these on her channel every single Wednesday, and I love watching just her channel in general. She is such an inspiration for me, and I'll put her channel down below if you haven't checked it out already. But here on my channel, we basically do these videos every single Sunday. Like I said, hopefully today will be the same. But I also like to talk about a whole bunch of other makeup related stuff as well. But on my channel, you also find videos related to other aspects of makeup. I love talking about the makeup industry in general. I love doing really loud and fun, colorful makeup. And my channel is pretty much a melting pot of all makeup related artistic things that I absolutely love. So if you're interested in checking my channel out further, it is of course down below, so I'd highly recommend you guys look into it. And if you are also interested in seeing how I create my colorful makeup looks, I post videos on my Instagram, on IGTV, and I basically do colorful makeup tutorials on my Instagram account, and I also post photos of my makeup looks as well. So if you are interested in any of that, my Instagram is on the screen and down below as well. But with that being said, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with this collection right here. This is from KKW Beauty, and they are launching a Glitz and Glam collection. This will include a 6-pan eyeshadow palette for $30, some glosses that you can get in a trio for $42 or individually for $18, a matte lipstick set for $65, lip liner for $12, and some body shimmer for $35. So there's a lot in here, but like with pretty much every other collection from KKW Beauty, I find this to be incredibly similar to their other collections. And I know that this is not necessarily the case because when I had this theory in my head a little bit ago, I actually went to the website and I looked at all the products, and the products are different. I mean, they have different eyeshadow palettes, they have different finishes, different colors, but I feel like when you have packaging that just looks the same, the makeup starts kind of to mesh together in a sense, and also the marketing is very similar. That's just how it is with KKW Beauty. That's their brand, and that's what they do. Am I interested in getting any of this? No, not really. I am kind of excited about KKW Beauty being available at Ulta because one just opened super close to me, and they have a whole bunch of KKW Beauty stuff, and something that I have been interested in from the line would be their lip stuff. So I really want to go there, and I want to just swatch some of their lip products and see if I like anything. I feel like I would really like some KKW Beauty nude lip stuff because that's what they seem to do a lot of, and I've always been loving a nude lip, and I might like that part, but everything else I'm just not interested in. I'm just not. Moving on though, let's talk about this palette right here. This is a collaboration between Beige Cosmetics and La Vie d'un Prince. Oh, his Instagram looks amazing. I love that. But anyway, this is a super, super colorful eyeshadow palette. You have 12 shades in here, all for the price of $18, very much in keeping with the pricing of Beige Cosmetics. However, I will say this, I feel like the top row being so neutral kind of makes me not want this palette, because the bottom row is super rainbow tone, but the top row is so neutral, and you guys know that I typically don't like to go for neutral colors, and when it comes to purchasing new makeup, I'm not interested in purchasing anything neutral whatsoever because I already am struggling to get through my neutral eyeshadows as it is, so I don't need any additions into my collection. Tarte is launching a new product to add to their Shape Tape line. This is the Shape Tape Glow Wand. This is a brightener. So they have their concealer, which is of course iconic. I've actually never tried Tarte's Shape Tape concealer. I think like right around the time it came out, like a little bit after that, I stopped wearing concealer that much, and as a result I just did not necessarily find myself drawn to that concealer. But they do have a brightener coming out. I find the idea of getting a brightener a lot more appealing than getting a concealer. Sometimes I find that concealers can be a little bit too heavy for me, and a lot of times with like my blemishes and with like the skin issues that I have, I find that a lot of times it's just simply preferable for me to, if I want some coverage, to just have like a good layer of foundation and that's it. And as many of you know, I usually try to stray away from face products in general. So usually I don't even wear foundation, let alone concealer. However, a brightener is something that I like a little bit better than a concealer, because a brightener is meant to brighten up those under eyes, and I have a lot of under eye circles, and that's genetic, so that's not going to change. But I feel like this is a product that I like a little bit better than their original Shape Tape. I like the idea of this product better than the Shape Tape, for me personally. Am I gonna get this? No, because I don't need a new brightener or concealer, because guess what? I would not wear it, so therefore it would not be necessary. I also want to talk about this this product from Morphe Brushes. This is a collaboration between Morphe and Manny MUA, and this is going to be called the Glam Face Palette. So this includes eyeshadows and highlighters for $20, and then you also have like his favorite brushes from Morphe, all in a set for $48. See, here's my issue with this. I don't necessarily understand why you have people like Jeffree Star and Manny MUA collaborating with Morphe when they already have their own brands. I mean, I know Jeffree Star is super successful with his own brand, and I assume that Manny MUA is also successful with his brand as well. Maybe not to the same level as Jeffree Star, but I think that he still comes out with products that a lot of people really like. So my question is, why is he collaborating with Morphe to release a eyeshadow palette that frankly looks extremely subpar? I just don't get it. I feel like it would have made a lot more sense for them to launch the brush set for Manny MUA. I feel like that would just be a little bit more fitting for Manny's brand, and also Morphe to have a favorites brush set and market that instead. I don't know. See, like this launch strengthens like my belief that there's something going on between like Morphe and like the really big influencers, because I really do feel, and a lot of other people share the sentiment, that Morphe's investors do include influencers. I feel like Jaclyn Hill might have some stronger ties to Morphe than we initially might have thought. Jeffree Star, same thing. Maybe Manny also has some sort of like a share in Morphe that enables him to come out with products like this rather easily. So maybe if he has this product, then it allows him to make money off of his collaboration with Morphe, and also make money through his overall stake in Morphe. I don't know. I know nothing about like investments. I know nothing about business to that extent, but that's my like theory, because I have no other explanation for why they would want to collab together when Manny already has his own brand that is successful enough, you know what I mean? So Huda Beauty is apparently expanding on their matte and metal melted shadows line. So this is a sneak peek that we have from them. I believe that they're adding some more shades here. They have some really good shade options actually. So they have a little bit of a mauve tone pink one, a lavender one, a more neutral warm brown theme, and then they have like a really beautiful green one. These are all really, really pretty. See, okay, here's my deal with Huda Beauty. I like this concept a lot, but I'm kind of like, I haven't seen a lot of really great feedback when it comes to this particular product. Because I have a lot of like people that I really trust say in their reviews that the shadows were very difficult to blend, that they were patchy, and for me, if I have something that it's in like a new kind of formula, a new kind of format, I don't want that format to be like the selling point. I want the actual product to work just as well as my regular powder shadow would. So therefore that makes me kind of not want this. I feel like, I don't know. See, like my thing is, like the idea that I have in my head is it would be so interesting for them to maybe like not come out with like duos, to maybe come out with single liquid shadows and maybe have like a matte array of single shadows, single liquid shadows that is, and same thing for metallics, and maybe even some glitters in there. The reason is I feel like that would allow their customer to mix and match, because Huda Beauty is not a drugstore brand. With drugstore brands, I mean, you guys know that I love a lot of like duos when it comes to my liquid shadows from drugstore brands. With drugstore brands, if one formula is less than the other formula, I find that it still makes sense because this is a drugstore price. This Huda Beauty product is usually priced a little bit around $20, and for $20, if you're getting a duo, I would expect both sides of that duo to work just as well as the other. So if they aren't working so well for everybody, I think that it would be just better to have, to break them up and to have singles. And maybe price them at like $10 or $12, because like let's just face it, singles would be like $12 from Huda Beauty. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I won't be getting this, but I feel like that's like those are my thoughts on this launch though. NARS is launching some holiday related stuff. They have an eyeshadow, and they also have a face palette. And then they also have some lip balms. I'm completely uninterested in the eyeshadows or the face palettes, but I am pretty interested in the lip balms, and let me tell you why. I love that like feeling of having like a moisturized lip look. I have been wearing a lot of glosses and lip balms, especially since it's been getting colder, because I really like that appearance of having a sexy mouth. A sexy mouth. A sexy mouth. Clearly I cannot speak, but like I like that look. And for me, I always have like a super like just big winged liner these days, bold brows, and like smoked out lower lash line. Like that's my daily makeup look, if you will. And I love pairing that with like a very natural, a very glossy looking lip, because I feel like that's an effortless look, and especially when it fades, it just looks so beautiful. I really like that look a lot, and I really like the idea of having lip balms in a lipstick format, because then you have the ease of application, you have like that experience, and you also have a whole bunch of shades that you can choose from. So if anything, I really like the lip balms from this sneak peek, if you will. So if I had to get one thing, it would be the lip balms, but am I realistically gonna get any of this? No, because I already have so many things that are coming in from Black Friday. I bought a few things from the Black Friday sales, and as soon as those things do come in, I will be doing a haul video, preferably with my sister, because I love my sister. Pat McGrath Labs is collaborating with Star Wars. I never saw that coming. I feel like intellectual people are into Star Wars, and I say this as somebody who is not into Star Wars, but I still consider myself an intellectual. I don't know, but like I feel like Pat McGrath, like she is like super like she's like this mega brand makeup artist. She is so iconic, but I feel like I don't know, I feel like Pat McGrath is like a really big nerd inside. So it makes sense why she would like Star Wars, you know what I mean? But in all seriousness, I am looking at this collection and I'm like, it's interesting. But they have like a whole bunch of palettes in here, and then they also have a few lip products as well, and it's all in the Star Wars packaging. I think that this is actually a really interesting collaboration. Do I think that it's necessarily something that I want to buy? No, because Pat McGrath is expensive. But I do like the idea. I do like the aesthetic. I like the concept. Is anybody into Star Wars who's also into makeup, who's also into Pat McGrath, who also has the money to spend on Pat McGrath? You see what I mean? I mean, Pat McGrath Labs, they know what they're doing, clearly. So who am I to talk? But that's just like that's my question. We have some new launches from Kaos Cosmetics. They have some new gels and loose pigments that are launching. Okay, I will say this. I'm very much into the idea of having gels, like jelly kind of products on my eyelids. Before, I used to not be in that, but like, I mean, this, what's it called? This like iridescent, like lavender silver eyeshadow on my lid is actually like a jelly format, and I really had fun with this look today. So I'm into that kind of format. So Kaos Cosmetics, I'm into you. I also have a new launch from Shroud Cosmetics. So this is going to be the Moonfall Trio. This is launching on the 12th, and it will be available for $15 if you want to get the entire bundle, or $6 if you want to get these individual eyeshadows. Now, I mentioned in my what's it called, the Black Friday wish list video that I did, that I really wanted to get something from Shroud Cosmetics. I was gonna get the Creepy Cute palette. You guys will find out if I got that palette or not, but I'm looking at this and I was like, you know what, this is a trio of shadows. So like, I mean, usually I'm into the idea of purchasing more shadows at once than just 3, but I mean, something about these shadows specifically just like draws me in. And they're also beautiful, and I love like the like very unique color combination that they went for. I'm interested. I might just get that. I also have some lashes from the brand Baddie Lashes. They're coming out with synthetic lashes, and they have 3 new styles. So here's my thing. I am so happy, so happy that more brands are, in my mind, taking the right steps and going for synthetic lashes. I think that mink lashes, I mean, I've never owned mink lashes, nor do I want to own mink lashes. But I think that in my mind, mink lashes are very similar to the idea of contributing to the fur industry. You know what I mean? My background is Eastern European, so I was basically born into a family that has people living in very, very, very cold regions. And if you are living in a climate that requires you to have like a lot of warm clothing, I get the idea of wearing fur, you know? But I don't get the idea of having mink lashes. I really don't. Just because like mink lashes, there's no good reason in my mind to have mink lashes. Just as there in my mind is no good reason to own a new fur coat if you live in Texas. You know what I mean? So yeah, mink lashes, I'm just not into that at all. I mean, I'm not judging you if you do have mink lashes, but I'm just saying that this is not something that I'm interested in contributing to. So seeing these kinds of lash styles and seeing more and more brands come out with synthetic based lashes is something that I'm really happy about. Am I going to be getting these lashes? No, because I already have a ton of lashes. I have like a whole drawer of lashes that I haven't even like gone through half of them. That's how many lashes I have. Like that's insane. So yeah, I'm not going to be getting any more lashes for a while, but if you're interested in getting some new lashes, the packaging is absolutely phenomenal, and the lashes do appear to be very interesting as well. I also have a launch from Linda Hallberg. She's coming out with an eyeshadow palette. So she basically does like these quads around the holiday season, and last year's quad was very beautiful. It had like this red and green theme. This year's quad is so stunning. They literally have like this beautiful green in there, dark like grayish black color, gold, and like this really beautiful like sparkly silver color. These colors look so beautiful. See, okay, here's my thing. I was gonna get something from Linda Hallberg on Black Friday, but I literally I chickened out, all right? Like I chickened out. I had something in my shopping cart that I was gonna get, and I chickened out because I was like, I'm spending way too much money. And that's true. I was spending a ton of money for Black Friday, but these are all things I really, really wanted for a long time, so it made sense. But it's kind of like, at some point you have to draw the line, and unfortunately that happened when I was on the Linda Hallberg website. I was not happy about that. I'm still not happy about it. But yeah, I love Linda Hallberg as an influencer. I love her as a creator, and I really want to try something from her brand one day. I don't think that it'll be this, because I'll be honest, my list of things that I want from Linda Hallberg is extensive, and there are things that I want from the brand that I've wanted for a very long time, and this is like another new thing that I really like, but I don't like it enough to put it over the things that I already want from the brand, if that makes any sense. Okay, my friends, that is it for this video today. Those are all the things that I wanted to share with you. I think that today was like a little bit of a dry day in terms of new makeup releases, but there were like several things from indie brands that really caught my attention. So as usual, indie brands are really taking the cake for me. But thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it and found it interesting, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.